I will. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Good Times, Great Movies. We are an 80s movies podcast where every other week and sometimes the next day, we watch a different movie from the 80s and then we talk about it. I'm one of your two hosts.
Right.
My name is Doug McCambridge. And with me, as always, the accent should be quite sharp by now, is Jamie Lorello.
Good day. Good day, mate. I am here and I'm ready to talk about this movie.
You're right in you're like ready to go.
I am. I'm not gonna go slow or slow my roll.
You know that's an expression that Crocodile Dundee is throwing
all the time. All the time. Because the crocodile does a roll, so he doesn't want to slow his crocodile roll, you see? How I tied that in.
There's no way that's where that expression came from, but I hope it did.
Of course.
I hope it's an Australian expression, meaning maybe you don't want to kill the person as quickly as you were hoping to.
Maybe you want to roll them to the bottom of the sea first.
But slow your roll.
Let them know. I'm slowing my roll like an alligator, like a crocodile would. We've got a special season upon us. We go from a slice giving to a December down under.
I know. You know what?
We're so festive.
I combed the depths of the internet and could not find a Stallone movie that took place in Australia because, boy, we could have visited one episode earlier, but we're here now.
Here we are.
And we're here with they call this an action comedy romance.
Action? I guess. Oh, okay.
Well. I mean,
because he gets action. Because he gets the action.
He certainly gets action.
Well, and he talks about the action, like the action he gets with the alligators. But
we see a scar. And we do see an animatronic crocodile. So if that's action, true. You're getting it.
We do see some kangaroos get killed. Well,
we do. Something that I can't imagine.
And some pimps get punched.
There's lots of punching. Multiple pimps when they come out as the pimp brigade at the end of the movie, which I did not see coming.
No. That's how they travel, though.
Yeah. We get some boomerang tosses, not by Crocodile Dundee. This movie makes no sense whatsoever.
But we're here for it.
And if you did not put the context clues together or listen to the fact that I said Crocodile Dundee,
Boy, you a dummy. Oh, yeah.
We're here talking about Crocodile Dundee from 1986, directed by Peter Feynman, director of Fern Gully.
I have a soft spot for Fern Gully. Those that know me know I do. Yeah. And if we would cover it for my birthday in this movie, in this podcast, but it's a 90s movie.
It is a 90s.
Yeah.
It's funny. I like re-uploaded a bunch of stuff from our Patreon onto YouTube because it wasn't there. It was behind a paywall. I don't even know how it was set up. And I put up, and I totally forgot we did this. Listening to it, I was like, it's like I forgot we even did this. Remember we did our 80s Handshake 5, and it was 5 movies.
Yeah.
We did a 90s one, Jamie. Do you even remember doing that?
No. What did I talk about? Was Fern Gully on my handshake?
I listened to the whole thing like I was listening to two different people talk.
You're like, when did we have this conversation?
Yeah. Fern Gully was there. Wayne's World was there.
Oh, I did love a Wayne's World.
Yeah, Wayne's World was like on both of ours. It was
party time.
Fun.
It's excellent.
So anyway, that amazing director, before he got his hands on some animated fare, did this movie. And this is co-written. I didn't write the other co-writer down. I just realized that.
There's 3 of them, right?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure the 3 of them tried their best and they had to give it to 4 other people at some point.
Well, I'm telling you, it was Paul. I want to keep calling him Paul Bunyan, but that's not his name. It's Paul.
He's a modern day Paul Bunyan. He's a myth and a legend.
He's Paul Hogan, right? Like Hulk, but Paul.
Right, exactly. Yes. He's a less problematic Hogan of the two, I believe.
True. I believe that this was his idea. He said, I want to get the ladies into me, and here's how the American girls will really like me. if we do this feature film here where I'm a leading man.
Yeah, it's interesting. I looked into his background just a little bit, and in the 70s, he had a
Was he a porn star?
No, it's nothing that exciting. Apparently, he was a comedian. Uh, like I
Oh.
think he dabbled in the stand-up and then had the, I'm gonna say right now, the charisma to start his own show. He was in a show called The Paul Hogan Show that aired in Australia.
Unlike the Australian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, welcome. I could
Right.
kind. Now wait, was it him like interviewing guests, or was he out in the
I,
wild, like
I
a
didn't
Steve
dig that
Irwin
deep. I have no
situation?
idea. Oh, I don't know because he's not a. I
He's
mean, I
not a real
understand that.
croc hunter,
Yeah,
right? He just plays one on the
I
movies.
understand in this movie he's the crocodile hunter, but I don't think that he has the knowledge of the animals that this movie or this character
So
does.
that's interesting. I ate an apple
Is
earlier,
it?
and my chin is so sticky. Just letting you know that. Just gonna do
Okay. Maybe you should like rub the apple all over your face. Just try and
Listen,
eat it.
it was a juicy apple.
Okay, all right, great.
When I went like this, I realized. Okay, I lost my
I
train
can
of thought
only
about Paul
imagine that
Hogan.
while you were eating that, Paul Hogan was peeping on you from the bushes and being like,
I
"Oh, would you look
wonder
at
how.
that?"
Would you look at that juicy apple she's
As
biting
you
into?
strip down to your bathing suit to eat an apple.
I do like to eat apples in my thongs.
Oh,
All right. Well,
is that a bathing suit? Is it a bodysuit? What is a
ooh,
bodysuit? Is there a
similar to a
difference?
bathing suit.
Okay.
Well, I want to say it was a bathing suit. It was a body bathing suit because she goes in the water with it.
You
So she
can't
was
just say "I assume" and then say both of the things I just said.
well because it was her body suit, but it was for bathing.
Okay. I don't want to put this on you, Jamie, but I thought speaking as a female, you'd be able to answer my question.
Oh,
But instead, you were like, it's a body bathing suit, otherwise known as
we'll
a
just,
one piece, I
we'll
guess.
just layer it all on top of each other.
All
There we
right.
go.
So, anyway, let's get into this movie. We don't need to go through the cast because honestly, other than Carl Winslow and Paul Hogan, the people in here, I've seen them before. Some of them are character actors, but it's nobody that we've really touched on in this podcast.
Oh, the woman, the lady,
Y-
was his wife for a short time. Yeah,
a
they were
very
married.
long time.
Oh, a longer time than
Yeah.
short.
I didn't look into this, just as I didn't look into the Paul Hogan show, but I'm pretty sure that they probably started dating, hooking up, whatever you want to call it, during the making of this, and it led
Yeah.
to his divorce
Oh,
uh,
oh,
from his wife at the time.
oh.
Yes, because I think he
Oh.
divorced his wife in like 87, and then these two got married in like 88.
Oh, look at
So
that.
yeah, so it was really like, hey, let's get married, and then do you want to do a sequel? Does that sound great?
We'll do it.
Because I'll say it, they have great chemistry. Like you can tell that these two are seriously making out behind the scenes.
Yeah, they like each
It's
other. You can feel
yeah.
the fire. You can
Uh-huh.
feel it.
Yeah, and we could talk about her, but she has only been in Paul Hogan related projects.
Well, that tracks. Did he discover her, I wonder? Maybe that was the catalyst for he was like, I really like this lady and I'll write a movie about her
He
falling in love with me.
he put an entire movie together. So he is a
That's
grifter.
that's how you woo a woman, all right. Mhm.
Because I think we'll get into it. But my main question is, and this movie does not answer that question, and I doubt it's answered throughout the entirety of these films. I don't know what Crocodile Dundee is. I don't know if he is a grifter. It seems apparent that he is. I don't know if he's a true idiot. There's a good chance he is. I don't know if he's just very intelligent. He might be. I don't know if he's a poacher. There's a good chance he is.
He does.
This movie answers none of those questions.
He's an enigma. Like you said, the man, the myth, the legend.
He is. Yes.
Yes,
Hulk
Crocodile Dundee.
Right.
Hmm.
So let's start this movie and let's start this Australian movie in New York
With Newsday. With
with Newsday.
with a newspaper. Um,
And her name is Sue.
Sue.
Sue, which I did not write down at any point in my notes. I kept saying she, her. That was
Woman.
all I wrote down. Yes, woman. I think your camera is reacting to you drinking. I think that's
Oh,
it.
really?
I,
It's pretty great.
I have no idea because we started. There it goes back again. We started. Your camera is so wide, and I understand. Listen, if you're listening to this, you're not missing any interesting visuals, or maybe you are because Jamie's camera is making decisions, like cinematic decisions for her without her approval.
I'm not minding it though.
Okay, great.
I'm ready for all close-ups or
Yeah.
far as away, except the apple juice on my chin.
So Sue appears to be an
Okay, sorry.
intrepid. Is that a cinematic?
Moving on from the applesauce on your sloppy chin. Okay, sorry.
Sue appears to be an intrepid reporter who is currently doing a story in Australia that we don't get any information about.
Yeah, she's in Australia in a beautiful, man, does she live a good life, right? She's in
Luxur-
this luxury penthouse, I want to say, apartment in Sydney? Sydney. She's a big city in
Jamie,
Australia.
do you think Newsday pays all of its reporters this extravagant amount of money?
Well, we do see that she's comes from a rich pappy.
It's the worst part of the movie.
It really is. It doesn't align with her character, who I was starting to like at all. That she's actually
Sure.
the rich daughter of the newspaper, the owner of the newspaper.
Yeah.
And that's
When
how
she
she's doing all
threatens
this
to,
reporting.
I believe, murder Crocodile Dundee and then shoots at his feet, I was like, okay, I kind of like her.
Yeah,
Way to go.
yeah. Well,
No, anyway. Yeah.
Anyway. So she is calling into the paper, or no, the paper calls her. The editor of the paper calls her,
Right,
who's also her boyfriend.
Also, her boyfriend may or may not be an alcoholic too.
Right. Well.
Again, question marks abound in this movie. And how serious is this relationship? This movie later on makes you think it's very serious, where throughout the entirety of her time with Crocodile Dundee, I'm like, well, this must be the most casual relationship.
Yeah,
she
because
has
there's
with
no
this
mention
guy.
of it. She
Yeah.
does not mention that she's attached to someone and is, yeah. Well, she tells him, the boyfriend, the editor, that she wants to stay. She's got a big story she wants to do on this titular Crocodile Dundee. See, I used it
The
appropriately.
most proper use of that phrase or word ever in the podcast.
Right.
Amazing.
Well done. Thanks. I take credit where it's due.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, she wants to go find him. The story legend is that the Crocodile Dundee was attacked by a crocodile, lost his leg,
Yes.
crawled to safety, and also murdered the crocodile that tried to kill him. So wow, what a guy.
Sure.
We want to learn more about him.
It's the feel good story that all American readers of Newsday want to consume.
Especially the prostitutes.
It's so strange.
Later in this movie, when the prostitute is like, "Oh yeah, I've been reading about you."
It
Oh, have
appears
you?
that Newsday is the only paper, the only publication that exists in New York. Everybody loves it, but
Yeah.
it's such a strange story. And I can't imagine you're saying Paul Hogan pitched this as he wants to sell himself to the ladies of the United States and around the world as being a heartthrob. And why would anyone, if this was real, who reading the paper at this time would be like, you know what I really want to read about? A random dude in Australia who was attacked by a crocodile.
It sparks your interest a bit. It's so different than the lifestyle you've got here in New York. You're like, what's this guy doing over there?
Okay, so some escapism. All right. Okay. All right. I get it.
Follow.
Yeah, sure.
So she's on it, though. She's going to go research the story. She's got to go out into the Outback or to the roundabout. What's it called?
Ahead.
Not a
Yeah,
roundabout.
the roundabout. Uh-huh. Yes,
Walkabout.
that's
It's going Walkabout Creek.
it. She's just going to drive around New Jersey with those weird
All
circles
those
they have
roundabouts.
everywhere.
They love it. They love their roundabouts in Jersey. Don't pump gas there either. So she has to take a helicopter, a chopper, to a remote place where she will find. Well, she doesn't quite find him. She finds his partner.
She finds his partner. What's his
Walt?
guy's name? Wally?
Wally.
Yes, because Wally and Mick, Crocodile Dundee, run a tour. They give tours.
Yeah, if you're gonna come down there and you're going to want a tour of the area, they're the guys to do it. Of course, you prefer Mick to be there, but sometimes Wally's just as informed, a little bit older.
So the accent's all the time. It's not when you're reciting lines by the characters. It's just giving us the overall. I assume the accent will make its way to New York too. It has to.
I love it.
Okay,
I
cool.
love it.
No,
I
no,
mean, I
no. Mine don't come out. I'm just working up to it.
you're
I'm
working.
listening to you. I'm just trying to,
You know,
become inspired.
I love it, and
Uh-huh.
if I stop, I don't do it as
It,
well.
oh, it might not come back.
Right,
All right. Okay.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yep.
Okay, great. So she meets Wally, who is an older gentleman,
Yeah.
and he seems to be the brains behind this organization.
Does
Or,
he?
well, actually, I don't know. I
He's
don't
a
know.
more responsible one.
Yeah, I'm not
But
sure if there's a brain between the
right,
two of them.
that's what I was gonna say. That's
I
what
need something to be like when she asks him how old he is. I need Mick to be like, well, I don't know how old I am, but all I know is that Wally found me in the bush as a little dude, and he brought me up and raised me as his own or something. Because these two don't, they barely interact here, and it's just wild that they own a company together.
they do. They do.
They're
This is their.
barely on screen together. They don't talk to each other.
Well, no, well, because he
Very
explains.
briefly, yes.
Right. And he explains when he picks her up, oh, Mick would love to be here, but he can't. But he promises he'll see you in a little bit. And then the town is basically a
It's
house.
not a town. It's two houses and a hotel.
Yeah, a hotel and the bar.
The bar. I mean,
Yeah.
I assume the bar is the bottom floor of this hotel.
Right, right, right. But what a place to hang, right? Where you meet what I believe are actual locals,
Yes.
right?
Locals. Yeah.
I
You
think
bring
they were.
cameras into a bar
Hmm.
during, I'm assuming happy hour is 24 hours a day here,
Well,
but
what else you got to
yeah,
do?
you
Yeah,
bring it in, you turn on the cameras, and you're like, you know what? If you're in this bar right now, you're in this movie.
right.
Perhaps Donk is an actor.
Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
But that's about it. Maybe the waitress too. They give her some lines.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because
Okay.
that's the thing, and this is the thing where immediately I was like, lady, you're a reporter, what is going on here? Because Wally is telling her the tales of Crocodile Dundee, and
Hmm.
immediately the
Hmm.
waitress is like, oh yeah, that bullshit story. and this
Well,
and
yeah,
the
she says
reporter's like,
that's
oh, tell me more. Oh, I'm so intrigued by
story.
this.
Well, he starts to tell the story about about what does he say? How does he? Oh, well, he starts to tell a story about when Mick got attacked
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that. Yeah,
It's the
but
only
what does he?
story
What does he
they
embellish
have.
it? Yeah, well.
I don't know. I think he's embellishing the size of the crocodile or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because she basically says every time you tell it, the crocodile gets 2 feet larger or something like
Right,
that.
right, right.
So again, like this woman is a rube. Like she's not an intrepid reporter, and we'll get to it in a second. But he's got 2 legs.
Oh yeah,
Spoiler:
yeah,
Crocodile
yeah.
Dundee has 2 legs. So immediately there should be red flags all over the place, and this lady should immediately be like, "There is no story here, Wally." Call for that chopper because I'm going home.
Well, and Wally, when she arrives, the other thing he says is like right away is like, "You're going to pay that money up front,
Yes,
right?
right,
That you're going to
exactly.
pay us for the
Yes.
story." So yeah, these guys seem to be a little shady, a
Yeah.
little, what's going on. And then yeah, they're at the bar. He's telling her the story, and then there's big commotion, and it's enter the Crocodile Dundee, enter
Oh,
Mick, and he he comes in wrestling with an alligator, which
it's a real kerfuffle to the point where
nice word.
yeah, to the point where I assume it's an Australian term, to the point where everyone it seems alarmed at first when very early on it's just a stuffed animal basically.
Right, it's a
That,
stuffed, yeah. Well, not a
he's just
stuffed animal like a stuffy. It's
no,
a
no, no,
stuffed
right. Yeah, it's a stuffed
actual
crocodile.
alligator. Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah,
it's like a bit that he must do. He must just bring this around with him, and I'm sure he
yeah.
showed up and he's like, "Oh, I see that reporter in there. I gotta run home and get that croc." And
Uh,
he's really putting on a show. But again, more red flags, lady. Like this is all a con. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
all nonsense.
Yeah, he comes in hot with his alligator. She's
Mhm.
scared at first, but then
Of
quickly
course.
realizes, because nobody else in the bar seems as startled,
Plus,
that
he
this
seems
is
like a little bit of a maniac too.
it
Like
comes in hot. Yeah.
he comes in hot. All the people in this bar look like they're from a rural Texas bar. They're all wearing cowboy hats, but not him. He's got that like I'm gonna call it an
His
Australian hat
Dundee hat. He's
on
got
his
his Dundee
yes,
hat on.
with like crocodile teeth all decorating it. And yeah, he comes in, he's like laughing it up. And
Hmm.
immediately, like he's introduced to this woman and he drags her out onto the dance
Yeah,
floor.
right away. He says, "Let's
Yeah.
dance," and
Uh-huh.
she notes right away. Oh, you have two legs. He shows a pretty nasty scar around his knee area.
It's not a
That
little scar.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yes.
and says, "Oh yeah, well I do have my leg, but I have this horrible scar."
Yeah.
And yeah, then the bar scene is just chaos. He
Yeah, it is.
he punches a guy that calls him a poacher, casually punches him, right?
Right. As is
He likes
Crocodile
to do
Dundee's
these
way.
casual
His
punches.
Crocodile Dundee's method of fighting is sucker punching dudes when
Yeah,
they least expect it.
look over there. Yeah.
Yes. Like a fair fight is something that I don't think he's ever encountered in his life. I think he attacks as a crocodile would attack someone. But yeah, some guy, and I don't know if these guys are American or whatnot, but they're foreigners, or they're not from the area because like, who's this bozo? And
Right.
someone else in the bar has to be like, oh, that's Crocodile Dundee. And these guys are like, oh, I heard of him. He's just a poacher, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Crocodile Dundee is having none of that.
No.
He punches that guy, but also I mentioned Donk.
Oh
Donk is
yeah.
the man who plays a game where he
He's
puts
got bar tricks, right?
beer on his head and people punch him in the stomach to try and shake the beer off of his head.
Super fun times.
I guess I don't know what you win. I don't know if there's
Mm-hmm.
money involved. I have no idea what this game is. It seems just dangerous to his health,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but Mick doesn't punch him. He kisses him.
Smooches right on the lips.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
Bugs Bunny move by a guy who acts like Bugs Bunny throughout this movie.
A Bugs Bunny move.
And Donk doesn't like it until Mick's like, hey, Donk, have a beer on me. And he's like, ah, Mick, you're all
It
right.
makes it all right for the donk, right? If your name is Donk, beer makes it all
Yeah.
better.
And this woman, I don't want to be too hard on her. I think we already gave her a hard time for not being a great reporter, but from the moment he walked in to the moment this movie ends, he is charming the pants off her at every
Quite
turn.
literally. Mhm.
Basically, her performance in this movie is, and I assume the director said this, just react to everything he does and look longingly into his eyes.
I don't think the director needed to tell her. I think that's
That's a good point,
honestly how
actually.
she felt, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I also, again, this is not on her because later on in this movie, we'll get to it. It's how everyone in the city of New York reacts to him.
You just see the guy and you're like, yeah, you're charmed.
Yeah.
Your senses are charmed right out of you.
Uh-huh.
The New Yorker in you. You're just kinder because
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you wonder about things like this in the news. You're like, how do all these people get grifted? It's because people like this are grifting. All right. So, what happens now?
All right. So
They're on their way.
they
It's the
they
next
go
day.
on the adventure, right? They're ready to go. This is the little bit of time that Mick and you go, so what happens now? This is a little bit of time
I
where
can't
Mick
remember.
and Walter, whatever his name is,
Wally,
they get
yeah.
Wally. They take a little Jeep, I guess.
A little drivery
A
do,
little
would you say?
driver do. Oh, this is with the where they
Oh my God.
the wildebeest in
Yeah,
the
he does
road.
his Australian magic trick.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So first of all, they are talking, and she does ask him like, how
Oh
old are
yeah.
you or whatever. And he has no answer to this. He doesn't know when he was born.
Well, I think in the summer. They tell me I was
In the
born in
sun.
the
Oh,
summertime.
I don't know how old I am. And I assume it's because he is quite older than this woman that he's trying
He doesn't
to
want to
get
reveal.
with.
She
Exactly.
also asked if there was ever a Mrs. Dundee,
Oh,
and there was, but he
mhm.
went on a walkabout. It's when you just, you take some time for yourself
You
because you
walk
need to.
about.
Right, you do the walkabout, and he just left her for. And he goes, "Yeah, when I got back, she wasn't there." And when then
Yeah.
Wally adds, "Well, yeah, he was gone for like 18 months."
It is pretty great because she's like, well, how long were you gone? He's like, oh, I don't know, a few months. And Wally goes, it was 18, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Which so anyway,
Yeah.
so
A
you
year
get
and a
this.
half. Yeah, that's a bit much,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. She
Uh-huh.
didn't know. She didn't know he was on the walkabout where he
Yeah.
was.
You
Just
have
hanging
none of
out.
this tourism money coming in then. You don't know when
What
he's
are you
coming
doing?
home.
Right. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you got to leave. And this woman should know that's her potential future with this man.
Well, not if she
One day
locks him
she,
down in the city. I
I
don't
don't know,
know.
one day she's going to wake up and he's going to pull a Forrest Gump and he's walking across the country.
With a long ass beard. So
Right.
she gets some information on him, and none of this it just charms her a little more. Like she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's crazy. You don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
you're raised by the Aborigine. Wow, that's amazing." And then, like we said, the wildebeest is in the road, stopped in the middle of the road. He's beeping at it. Come on, you got to get out of my way. She's freaking out because it's like a wildebeest and it looks
Sure.
intense.
Yeah.
And he gets out of the car and he does some like voodoo petting its nose and hand signals like
Yep.
the Maloikia in his face.
Hmm.
And then next thing you know, the wildebeest lays down, which is
Lays down.
actually blocking the road, so it's not a very
It's a
helpful
bigger
move.
problem.
Right.
It
But
doesn't matter because she's just like,
she's
she's
snapping photos with her little Insta camera.
practically
Yeah.
fanning
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, then they got so it's a journey to get to where they're going. So they have to take the jeep down some wildebeest roads, and then they have to go in the water for a little bit. When they're in the water, she's just kicking back in the water, like
She's
she's having a
just
great day.
on a guided tour.
A little bit, a little
She's
bit.
not taking notes or anything. There's
Mm-mm,
nothing.
mm-mm.
I mean, first of all, there's nothing to write about. Like, there are no notes to take regarding his story. Doesn't know how old he is, doesn't know when he was born. He may or may not have been married. Who knows how much of this is true? So she has nothing to write about, but is really just relaxing. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll say there are some I have some serious critiques with this movie. All of the Australia stuff looks amazing.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it
it's beautiful
looks
out
so
there.
good. And I'm just the main issue with this movie, I'm sure we'll talk about it a few times, how much time we spent in New York.
Yeah.
Like just do a half and half, but it's like a one third to a two thirds. And most of that two thirds is him just wandering around saying good day to people.
just figuring out the city and
It
meeting
is.
prostitutes
Meaning,
and transvestites.
but here's the thing. I'd take so much prostitute stuff in this. Like I
Bet you
would
would. I
love it
bet you
because
would.
she's super fun. That woman who reads Newsday religiously wants so badly to be a main character in this movie, and she almost pulls it off.
She does. She
She's
does.
at the Coke party. She's
Right.
later on out in the streets. She gets three large scenes in this movie.
That's good for a prostitute when you think
Yes,
about it. Yeah. Yeah.
it's an honest day's work.
So not only does he not know when his birthday is,
Yeah,
when they finally get dropped off to as close to their destination, they still have some walking to do.
yeah,
But Wally's gonna kind of say goodbye, and he's like, "All right, I'll pick you up on Wednesday." And he's like, "All right,
great.
Wednesday, yeah. What's today?
It's it's awesome.
What's a day? What's a day of the week to a Dundee, to a croc hunter?"
It is such a
Oh,
wonderful, casual, like I don't care. I don't think about these things.
yeah,
He's a man of the earth.
sure.
He doesn't go by any schedule. He certainly doesn't own a watch. We see that at this point because there are so many great gags in this, and I wish they did more stuff like this where he walks by Wally, looks
Mm.
at his watch, and then stands next to her and looks at the sun and goes, looks like it's about 2:30. And she looks at
Mm.
her watch and she's like, oh my God. And Wally comes up and is like, that's how we do it around
Well,
here.
that's how we do it. We're little digger
It's
do
really fun.
tricky rickies is what we are over
Later,
here.
he's got the shaving bit where he's actually using a razor. And then
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
sees her coming, he pulls out his gigantic knife and pretends that that's what he was using the whole time. It's funny. It's a grift, but it also feels like there is truth to this. Like maybe he can't tell the time by the sun, but he doesn't own a watch. He doesn't care what time it
Mm-mm,
is.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
But also, I have a question about time too, because it's 2:30. We cut and they're walking, and he goes, "Well, it's gonna be dark soon. Better make camp." And I'm like, "How long have you two been walking?"
Well, for a long time.
That's crazy.
They have a lot of walking to do. Plus, I wonder if the time is different. You know what I mean? It's
In
Australia.
Australia, I don't think it
Days
is.
work differently. I don't know. Does it get earlier? Do they even have a daylight saving situation? I don't know. I don't understand any of that. I'm
I
not going to
honestly
question.
don't know about the daylight saving situation. So, you know what? I bet some of our listeners can let us know. Is there daylight saving time in Australia? Does time work differently in the Outback?
We got to know.
Does the sun set earlier somehow
I don't know.
in that part of the world? So they camp out, little
Yeah.
camp out scene. It's kind of
And they
nice.
hardcore camp out. There's no tent involved.
Oh
They
no,
are
no.
just building fires and living
Uh-huh.
like a like
I
a bunch
couldn't
of
even imagine.
cowboys. Yeah.
Couldn't even imagine,
And
Jamie.
she's straight from the city and she handles it
Yes.
pretty well.
Yeah.
But there is the first night when she's sleeping. Is it the first night when she's sleeping that the kangaroos come? No,
Well,
not yet.
first there's a
No.
there is. Yeah, it is. But there's a very quick snake kill where he just
Oh, where he
casually
cracks the
grabs
head of a snake.
just casually picks it up. They're in the middle of
Do
having a
snakes have
conversation.
necks? Because he like cracks its neck.
Yeah, I mean
I didn't know that was
I don't
possible.
know that they have
But I don't kill
necks,
snakes,
but
so
they have a vertebrae, so you can break its back. And I guess the closer you get to its head, I guess that would be considered a snake neck.
okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, long story short, he kills it and then says that it's good eating, but it gives him gas. So they're not going to be eating that.
No, no. Well, it gives me gas. Yeah.
And yes, this is also when she is trying to pin him down on world events such as the nuclear arms race.
Oh, well,
And
she tries to get a little like
yeah,
political protesty,
sure.
on him a bit. And he's got a real sort of innocent I guess somewhat standpoint on all of it. Like, well, what does it matter? Like, it's bothering me.
Yeah.
And he does talk about like the earth, like, we don't own the land. It's belongs to the
Uh-huh.
earth, and that's why it shouldn't be even argued. I'm sorry, I just love doing that accent.
I
Can't
know you do,
stop.
but you're right. That's exactly what he says, and it kind of
Mm-hmm.
goes nowhere. And again, this is a time where I'm like, lady, what are you going to write about? Like, what is this story?
What's he
This
giving
guy,
you?
this guy has. It's almost like anyone you talk to is who you would talk to about politics, and like, I don't know, man. Right and left, they're all corrupt. Like, can you have an opinion at all? Like, that's kind of what he is. He's got no opinion on the Aboriginal people either versus the white people who took their land. Like, he's like, oh, I don't know. Nobody owns land.
He doesn't want to get himself involved in that kind of drama. That's not what he's about. Oh, he does show her the boat where
Oh, yes.
yes
Yeah.
that he was, and it's kind of elevated. It like crashed
Mhm.
on in between some trees.
Yeah.
And he shows her the boat and the big old dent in the boat where the croc took a bite out of him. And tells her about the crocodile roll, what a crocodile will do to you when they really want to kill you. They don't kill you right away. They actually take you and roll you around
Yeah.
for a
You,
bit.
you You got that right, and it's a scene that feels like it should be in Jaws, and it feels like it should be very serious. But he's like, and I give you a little rollery do, and you're dead. And it's just, she also, he says, "Oh, I was just out here fishing. I'm not a poacher or nothing." And she picks up a bunch of bullets out of the boat, and it's like, "Oh, just fishing, huh?" And he's like, "Well, some of them fish pretty big." Okay, great, potential poacher. I have no idea. I don't, and there early on in this movie, I'm like, I guess he's our hero, but this is a real bizarre
Yeah.
way to paint this guy where he has
Yeah,
no
there's some
opinion
red
on
flags
anything.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're right in that you were talking about how in the middle of the night she wakes up to gunfire
Yes. Yes.
and Dundee's gone
Yeah.
to take a
Which freaks her out. Yeah.
pissery do or a dumpery do thing.
But there's hunters about hunting kangaroos.
And they're the guys at the bar who gave him a bunch of shit about being a
All
poacher. Turns
right.
out they're poachers.
Right. And it turns out the only thing that scares a poacher more than other poachers is seeing a kangaroo with a shotgun.
That would scare the shit out of me.
Because that's what he does. That's what he does to kind of.
Well, first he doesn't want to do anything. She's like, "What are we going to do about this?" And he goes, "I don't know. There's no law against shooting kangaroos, I guess."
And
okay,
there's dead kangaroos all around them.
You can't step 5 feet without tripping over a dead kangaroo.
It's so sad.
It really is.
Yeah. Until he props up one with a gun.
It's
and it
wild.
Scares the shit out of the. But here's where he's, he's smart. He's savvy. Yeah.
Oh,
he figures things out.
He's smart and savvy, clever in I said it before, a Bugs Bunny sense.
Yeah.
And he also knows that this is going to impress her. She doesn't want to see these poor animals get killed. And it is probably the funniest looking scene of the movie because it's just a kangaroo corpse.
The amount of taxidermied animals between the alligator.
It pops out from behind a tree with a gun in its hand and just starts firing at these guys. And I assume gives them nightmares for the rest of their lives. Because they can't drive away fast enough. And she's like, "Oh my God. Oh, you did it." And I'm surprised he's not covered in blood from the dead kangaroo that he was carrying around. But he just is like, "That's no big deal." And she just looks longingly at him as he climbs back into his sleeping bag.
His little sleeping sack, right? Yeah. And she's like, "Oh my God." Because now comes the big save.
Because and it's funny because it's unprompted. If we didn't mention this before, this Academy Award nominated script. It's unprompted.
Oh, that's right.
They have been having nothing but the best time together. And suddenly it's like scenes deleted because it's the next day. And he's like, "Well, we're really taking a lot of time getting going because you're nothing but a dirty Sheila." I'm like, where did this come from? I just saw you go to sleep happy that you thwarted poachers. And she's a tough broad. So she's like, "Hey, is that where we're going? The cliff over there or whatever? Guess what, buddy? I'll meet you there. Also, I'm taking this gun because I know how to use it because do you know this? I'm from New York City."
She's from New York City. She can use a gun.
She goes off, but he's a little bit worried. So he stalks her a little bit.
Yeah. So he watches her and she's trying to prove to him a little bit too that she can do it because it's a hot day and it's a lot of walking. And she's got her gun, and she's sweating a little bit.
Sweating a little bit.
She's sweating and shredding. So she decides she's going to take a little dip to cool herself off in these alligator-infested waters. She takes her pants off. I'm not one to comment on a lady's figure, but what a badunkadunk she's got. Am I right?
Of all of the... And maybe this is why you're saying this. Of all of the gratuitous nudity we've seen in this podcast, I was so surprised when you were texting me about her badonkadonk and her herbaceous body. And I was like, wow, this lady's really doing it for Jamie.
She wears a lot of slutty clothes.
Later in New York, yeah. She's covering up until this scene. And then when she goes to New York, it's all bets are off.
Right. She's trying to impress. Yeah. So she goes to take a dip in the water, and he's watching her and her little thong go down. And while she's in the water, kind of cooling off her face, she's got her water bottle tied around her neck.
Yeah.
And the alligator comes at the water bottle, which good thing it came at the water bottle and not. But it's like
really funny because
it's like a wrestling match between her, right?
Yes, and it looks like an animatronic. It looks like it's on a ride at Disney World or something. This animatronic crocodile that pops up and fights with her and grabs the thing. If this were happening, if this were not in a comedy, this would be the most terrifying thing. This crocodile has something that is attached to you in its mouth, and it could pull you into the water. But it's kind of funny because this thing looks so ridiculous.
It is, and they show a bit of it, the back and forth, and until Dundee comes. He's right there.
Oh,
stabs it right in the forehead. I don't know if alligators have forehead. Right in the forehead.
yeah, I'd call it
The
its
forehead.
forehead. I mean,
Yeah.
he does like a total brain stab to this
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and like with a crunch and a turn of the knife.
I mean,
It's
that's
a
how you
whole
got to
thing.
do it. That's how you
Yes.
got to do
And
it.
he
Make
also
sure.
jumps in. It's a funny scene. Like it's like that low camera and he's jumping just
Mm.
up, all fours spread, and
Mm-hmm.
jumps over the camera right onto this thing and takes it out. And again, why there was tension between the two of them, we have no idea as viewers of this movie, but it's totally diffused now.
Mm-hmm. 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 And now she's been traumatized a bit, so she's
Hmm.
emotional. She's a bit emotional, and as soon as he hugs her and he says, "It's all right, it's over now, it's all right,"
Yeah.
and she's crying and she's hugging him and she's snuggling in closer to him,
Yeah.
and boy oh boy, if she didn't feel protected from the kangaroo poachers and she didn't feel, protected by his wildebeest magic, the fact that he just saved her life. She even says at
It's
one point, she
yeah.
goes, I thought that thing was going to eat me. And he was like, well, can you blame him? I've wanted to eat you a few times
Yes,
myself. I'm like,
right.
ooh, look at
Good
you with the
line.
lines. Yeah.
Good line. And later on in New York, she just has the corniest line. At one point, I don't know what, I think this is after the "that's not a knife, this is a knife" scene, where
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "I always feel safe when I'm with you, Crocodile Dundee." Like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so great. A scene we forgot, and I think it is this night. She wakes up in the middle of the night
Oh,
and
when
he's
there's the
totally gone.
yeah,
This is hilarious.
when he's
And
dancing with the
I
Aborigines.
laughed. I laughed out loud watching this scene because she's spying on the Aboriginal people who are dancing and everything, and they got their face painted and all that. Her binoculars are panning across, and then it's just his big goofy face. And he's painted, he looks like a kid at the county fair with a butterfly painted on his face. He's
He's
so
loving it.
happy. Like he sees her, like gives her like a little eyebrow raise.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious and sweet and so funny. And I don't even think that moment was meant to be as hilarious as it was. But again, he's a man of the people.
And
He
that's what she
respects
sees.
them
Yep.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. And then the very next day, it's their last day. Wally's coming to get her. Um, he comes back and like makes her eat grubs or something.
Oh yeah, he's got all these like kind of I guess local
Cuisine.
local cuisine
Yes,
out,
right.
and he makes her try it and she's like kind of chewing it and is like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't eat it either. It's disgusting." And he's got a can of soup ready.
He's just got a can of soup. It's like bop 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 bop.
Yep.
Croc. It's really funny.
Mhm.
And then she's like, "Hey, listen, I don't want to get eaten by a crocodile anymore, but I feel like we might be a little bit stinky." And he's like, because he knows where you can swim and where you can't.
Mm.
So then they do a
Mhm.
little bit of sexy swimming,
Oh yeah.
which leads to some smooching after she watches him stab another animal, this time a fish.
Right, right, right.
And after they do some smooching, she's like, "You know what would be awesome? Because apparently I got no story here. Why don't you follow me back to New York City?"
Yeah, she invites him back. Let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
And he's all for it.
He doesn't even hesitate. He
No.
doesn't even do a, well, I don't know about what Wally would think. He's like, well, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Never been on a plane before.
Yeah.
Never left Australia.
Uh-huh. Because Wally shows up and it's smash cut to them on a plane. And I wanted Wally to be like, "We have 8 tours this week. What,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
am I
yeah.
going to do?"
Where are you going, bud? Yeah.
But no. And then they're on their way to New York. So they are,
Dundee gets to New York City.
yes. So they fly into New York City.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Again, the escalator bit makes no sense. I don't understand why he's so afraid. It is kind of cute, though. He does approach escalators like a small child would. Like a
And
kid that is-
elevators, yeah. He's like cautious about what it's going to do. He's
Uh-huh.
got that kind of wonder of a child.
childlike
Yes,
innocence.
yes, yes. Again,
Childlike
that's part of his
innocence
charm.
that wants so badly to have sex with this woman.
And that carries a knife. Yes.
There's a giant knife
Yes.
just
Yes.
around wherever he goes.
Mm-hmm,
And yes, we do meet
Oh,
what is
wait.
her name? Sue? What is her name in this
Who?
movie? I don't
Oh,
know this woman's name. Sue.
is it Sue?
God, yeah. Nobody says her name.
No.
People can't stop saying
I
Crocodile
think
or
he
Mick.
does shout it at the very end. Sue. No, maybe not. She shouts it for
Sue,
him.
I'm in the subway. Sue, I'm going to walk on these dingery-doos heads to get
These
to you.
diggery doos. So wait.
I'm going to stomp rat piss all over the heads.
Wait, when they get to the city, and
Yeah.
and again, he's the amount of I was gonna say we talked about it, but we didn't. But
No,
we didn't record
nothing.
it.
No, there's no way we recorded for an hour before hitting record.
He they drive around a bit, and there's so many people. He learns the facts about how many people live in the city, and he thinks it's great. He thinks it's gonna make for wow, what a great community of people.
Must be the friendliest place on earth. 7 million people all living together. It must be amazing. And sticks his hand out the window, shakes hands with the dude, and this guy is more than
Very
happy
friendly,
to just shake
very
his
friendly New
hand.
Yorker. Yeah.
It's wild.
Introduces each other.
Yeah.
Says, I'm Mick. Well, hey, I'm
Yeah.
Tom. All right.
Tom,
I'll see you around.
Work on Wall Street. And I do like, I was like, I'll probably see you because I'm going to be hanging around for a little bit. And this guy's like, all right, dude, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And it is a real like reverse Dumb and Dumber. There's that scene in Dumb and Dumber very early where Jim Carrey sticks his head out of the back of a limo and starts to talk to that woman.
Yeah.
And she says she's Austrian, so he puts on an Australian accent. It's fun.
Right.
But I was like, it's clear that the Farrelly brothers watched this movie and were like, yep, this is what we're going to do.
Use some of this. We're going to use some of this. Good stuff. It's
And
Academy Award nominated stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's also clear that John Hughes, who we've talked extensively about in this podcast, saw this movie because the way Crocodile Dundee appears to understand what a hotel room is just like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2.
Oh.
He is in awe. He doesn't understand how anything works.
He says
he doesn't even know how to tip a guy. He doesn't even know the tipping. And this is something where I talked about before. I am confused by what Crocodile Dundee understands and doesn't, and what's a lie. You mean to tell me that this guy, Crocodile Dundee, worked for years. Mick, sorry, I should use his God-given name. Mick Dundee worked for years as a tour guide and has never been tipped.
Nope.
Nobody ever tipped him before.
That's not how you do tours in Australia.
This bellhop puts out his hand and Mick's like, all right there. Hi, my name is Mick Dundee. And just shakes this guy's hand.
Yeah, but super friendly where the guy doesn't even seem annoyed by it. He's like,
No.
oh, all right. He does. He ends up literally charming the pants off of almost everyone in the city, including like the bellhop and all the people.
Yeah.
That he meets, including the cop and the limo driver.
Okay, so he meets Reginald Bell Johnson, Carl Winslow, limo driver, asks him which tribe he's from.
Yeah, it almost gets a little,
Because he's a black guy.
Yeah.
He has to ask him, you're a black guy though, right?
But again, he does it with the innocence, the childlike innocence, so it doesn't get offensive.
Yeah. There is something funny about childlike innocence coming out of the mouth of a 45-year-old man.
Yeah, a very weathered 45-year-old man. Back to the hotel room, something that even I mean, at least I know what it is, but I still get the childlike sense of wonder when I'm
TV?
around a bidet. No.
Bidet. For me, it's a TV. For you, it's a bidet. The bidet situation here is wild.
So there's...
Go ahead.
He's overwhelmed by the size of the hotel room because he's like, this is all for me. And it is. It's a beautiful penthouse style hotel room. And in the bathroom he sees what appears to be 2 toilets, and he wants to know what the second one is for, and he's trying to figure out, does he put his foot in it? And she explains, when you do your business, and you'll figure it out.
Right.
And when she finally does leave him to the hotel, she's going back to the limo, he shouts from up the window.
It's very funny. I love it.
Yes.
He's like, it's for cleaning your backside, right?
The bidet.
Even like Reginald Val Johnson, who's holding the door open for her, like looks up and almost like gives him a thumbs up, like, "Yep,
Yeah.
you got it, dude.
You're getting it. You're
figured
getting
out."
it, buddy. He's figuring out what big city life is all about. Not just big city life, but like Pretty Woman. Like he's like taken to
He
like.
takes a Pretty Woman bubble bath later in this movie.
He does.
Yeah, but I do like the bidet thing is funny enough, but like you said, the last thing I would think is that this is here to clean my feet. He sticks his foot in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
where? What? What do they like in Australia? What
Like
what
a
is
foot
this?
massage, maybe. I don't know.
I guess.
So he's only going to spend so much time in his hotel room. He does want to explore the city a little bit,
Yes.
and when he goes, he gets just a couple of feet from the hotel. He's good daying everyone
It's
along the
such
way.
a
Good day, good day,
Good day.
smiling at everyone. And I have to say again, the New Yorkers, at least portrayed in this movie, seem very friendly. They hello and good day back to him. Right?
It's wild that there's not like ADR people being like, "Fuck you, shut up, asshole."
I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Me too. But you would assume that is what was going to be happening way more in this movie. But he is so charming and
I was going to
affable.
say, I think it's the charm of
Yes.
Mick that
Yeah,
they.
the only people that have a problem with him are pimps. Everyone else loves Crocodile Dundee.
Sure.
And I kind of get it. I do too.
You're charmed as well.
I would be so charmed by him. I'd be like, I think this is all an act, but I'm so into it. Like,
I'm so into it. I want to know. I want to know the story. Did we talk about the police officer? How he?
yeah,
when
this
he's,
is when
he's
Yep.
yeah, he's trying to view the city from a street pole.
Yeah.
Climbs it to get a better view, and a city cop on a horse stops him, but gives him a ride on the horse back to the hotel. They're good friends, eh? And
Hey, thanks for giving me a lift back to my hotel. Can I have that big old knife? And the cop like hands him back this giant knife.
like a machete, yeah.
This is white privilege. If Reginald Val Johnson had gotten a piggyback ride on this guy's horse, he's not getting his big knife back. I guarantee
getting
you.
that knife back. No. Now, we mentioned that she's got a boyfriend that was back, and even though they have sort of a romance, he's been invited to come back, but not necessarily like so we could be together, more or less so she can continue to do her story, right? And kind of show him
Maybe
New York, and because he's never been.
again, this is a real question. Like this is a big question in my mind. Like, why is he here? Like, if you want to show off your Australian freak, is that what's happening?
I think it's a little bit of that. I think that she thought, because it's true, a little bit would be like a continuation of the story. Because as we said, something is being run about this story. Later, he meets one of the prostitutes, actually, because prostitutes love reading papers when they're not,
What do you think they're doing during the day? Pretty Woman would have you believe, like Laura San Giacomo in there, they're sleeping. That's when they get their sleep.
Yeah.
They're just reading the paper.
They're reading paper. They're reading up on the
Trying to catch
Australian.
up on the daily news.
Yeah.
And this woman's like, I wonder what antics that crazy Australian has gotten up to today.
Yep.
It might be a comic strip in the paper. I have no idea.
Who knows? But I lost my train of thought.
I'm so sorry. It is her boyfriend who is like, great, I'm so glad you're back. This is going to be awesome. Why don't we go out to lunch?
To dinner. No, they're going out to dinner.
Okay, yes. And she's like, great.
The three of us.
Reservations for 3.
Right.
This is so confusing. There are some great things that happen during this scene and some other things where I'm like, this is a disaster Academy Award winning script. No, I'm sorry, it didn't win. Thank God. I couldn't even imagine. I don't want to live in a world where this won Best Original Screenplay. But there's such a funny line. When they walk into this place, her boyfriend goes to the bar and he goes, 2 martinis. What would you like, Mick? And Mick goes, that sounds great. I'll have 2 of those and a beer.
And a beer. I don't think he knows
funny.
what a martini is.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I just found that very funny, very hilarious. And then when they sit down to eat, I'm just like, what is going on in this
Well, is
movie?
it when they sit down to eat, or it's before they sit down? No, it's when they sit down to eat and
Yeah.
they start making out right away. And Mick is like, you know
Yeah.
what, maybe I should go. And that way you two could be together.
He
And
reads the room
yes,
perfectly.
perfectly.
He has no idea what an escalator is, but he has the social graces to be like, I think I'm a third wheel
Yeah,
here.
yeah. He notices his third wheelism, and he tries to give himself a polite exit. And she's like, "No way. We just haven't seen each other in a few
Yeah.
weeks, but this is your first night here, and I
Yeah.
won't let you be alone."
Again,
This guy.
why isn't Mick kissing everyone on the street too?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Why is that his next move?
Yeah.
But then, go ahead. Things get a little spicy here
The
because
boyfriend who we now have to hate. I didn't like him to begin with.
No.
Didn't hate him, but now we really want to hate him. So he tries to humiliate
yes,
Crocodile Dundee by being like, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you order for the table?"
yeah,
And of course, the whole menu is in Italian.
right.
And this is when a couple things in this movie, like, I would love it if Mick ordered in Italian. I know it would seem out of character, but if he did it flawlessly and they seem shocked and he's like, "Well, you don't think Italians want to go to the Outback and they need a tour guide? I picked up some language." That's what you need. Not him going, "I'll have what that fat Sheila over there's eating."
Yeah,
And
that
while they
looks
all
really
turn
good.
that way, he punches this dude out.
Yeah, knocks him right out. Yeah.
It's crazy behavior from a madman that we really haven't seen up to this point.
But as we said, he kind of has this response sometimes where he just will punch you in the face if he doesn't. Or
Yes.
if you're an alligator, it'll stab you right in the head. But
Yes. But I just wanted him to
yeah, it would have
get
been
a
a little.
win over this guy without having
Yeah.
to punch him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why don't you outclass her boyfriend? Why don't you make her realize that this guy's a jerk and
Yeah.
that you're not? But no, you punch him out, and then we smash cut. We don't see dinner. It's as though the writers of this amazing script had no idea what to do after this point because they're in the limo and the boyfriend appears to be
He's passed
blasted.
out. Yeah,
He is
he's passed
just
out. Yeah.
wasted.
Well, they do mention that he had because when they arrive, he's drinking at the bar, and
Right.
he stands up and she says, "Oh, you've already had a couple."
Yes.
So between getting punched in the face and then drinking too much and having a third wheel at your date with your girl and trying to figure that
yeah.
out too, because I'm sure he's a little suspicious
Well, he
of
should.
like
I
what's
mean,
going on between the
yeah.
two of them.
Yeah, he should be. He should be like, "I saw that swimsuit you packed. Were you gonna use that in the Outback? I saw you put that in your luggage.
Yeah, yeah.
That black one piece."
Yeah, with the thong going right up your badonkadonk. But now
Jamie, I will
says to
say
him-
very quickly, I do want to say, I don't think until your text today, I don't think I've heard anyone use the term badonkadonk in 20 years.
Well, I'm glad I can bring that back for you.
Okay, good.
Get it back because it's a badonkadonk.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So she, like you said, they're done. They're going home. She is going home with her boyfriend, and
Yes.
now he's a little bit depressed. I guess he's
So
realized like. So he looks at the limo driver and he's like, "Can
No,
you
he's in a
take me
cab.
to?"
They're in a
Oh, he's
cab.
in a cab.
Yes,
Oh,
which is
oh.
great.
Yes.
He
Yeah,
sits right in the
that's
front seat. I love it how he gets
Yeah.
in the front seat. And he really is like, "Can you take me to the drinkery-do," or whatever he
Yeah,
tells
yeah,
him.
yeah.
And this guy's like, all right, I know a bar to take you to. And I have to say, Jamie, a weird life goal that I will never, ever achieve. I'll never achieve this. Inviting your cab driver to drink with you is one of the most charming things that this guy does.
Well, why wouldn't you? He's driving you around.
Oh, and the cab driver's response of just like, "Well, my shift's over." Sure. It's
Yeah, let's
so
do
much
this.
fun.
Let's do
Yes.
it. Why, as a cab driver, why wouldn't you hang out with this adventurous little Australian?
Again, he's
I'm not
got
saying no.
he's some sort of like he's got some Australian mystique and he can put spells on apparently everyone in this movie,
Ah,
and I would fall for it in a heartbeat.
sure, sure, sure. Yeah. Now is he? This is when he gets in the bar and he's making friends. And he's telling them about hunting sharks, right? And how he would.
I don't know what is happening in this bar, but he is holding court.
Yeah,
Everyone loves him.
of
We see
course.
some cool dude handshakes and slang that he doesn't quite understand, but he's willing to play
Yeah,
along.
he knows he's got it. And then he's got a lady friend that he's going to be maybe taking home or
Sure.
enjoying spending time with. But the
Yeah.
cabbie's like, I've been trying to tell you, dude, that lady, it's a dude. It's not a
I
lady.
do love how the cabbie does say, I've been trying to tell you all night. I'm like, really? Because it's not that tough to say that. He's like, I've been trying to broach this topic, but I'm so
Yeah, yeah,
uncomfortable. I
yeah.
didn't know how to say it. Yeah. He says, she's a dude. And he goes, what? And he just grabs this
Grabs
woman's
the junk.
crotch.
Yeah.
And then everyone points and laughs. They laugh this poor person out of the bar.
But then that's the end of the scene.
It's
Then
it's
we're
the
done.
end of the
We're
scene.
just
We
showing
don't.
you.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, Jamie, can I tell you something that I found out, and it makes me feel so much better about society, and it makes me feel better about someone important in this movie. So, earlier this year, they re-released this film in Australia
Oh.
because they gave it a big 4K restoration and they're going to put it out on disc and everything like that. And it is recut. There are some deleted scenes added. I think some more stuff in Australia. And there's some stuff cut, Jamie. All of the gender bending sexual assault in this movie is totally cut.
Oh, they did the
Totally
right
cut
thing.
out of this movie. And the director, very upset by this. You know who's not upset by it and who is 100% behind it? Crocodile Dundee himself.
Oh, yeah?
This
Oh, well, good.
86-year-old man is like, yes, this should be cut out of this movie.
Wow.
And that is
he's
awesome.
86
Good for him.
years old.
He's 86 years old.
Bless
Yes.
that Dundee heart of his.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. I found that out and I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Why was the director mad about it?
I don't know. He's probably an asshole.
All right. Well, there you have it.
I have no idea. He's like, hey, I'm an asshole. Yeah, I directed Fern Gully. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, well, I liked you for Fern Gully, but not so much anymore. Well, so now he moves on. He's just meeting the best of the best of New York City. Well, he is trolling the streets late at
Yeah,
night.
he just goes outside.
Yeah, and he meets up with some hookers now.
Yeah.
But he doesn't understand what hookers are. He's not quite sure
Somehow.
what they're
I
offering.
really love how
right?
they're like, hey, you looking for a good time? Hell yeah, I'm looking for a good time. Good time sounds great to me.
Yeah.
And he just engages them in like casual conversation. And
Yeah, and-
immediately a pimp walks up and is like, hey, you gonna do anything to these ladies? Are you gonna pay? Or
Yeah, you
what's
gotta
going
pay.
on?
You gotta pay. These ladies are not free,
Exactly.
right? Right.
And he goes to his go-to, which is to punch a man in the face until he's
That's what
unconscious.
he does. That's what he does. He could get a wildebeest down, and he could knock a man out with one punch. And he does.
Exactly. Yes.
And then, because how's this day going? How's this trip really going? He's sort of
Great,
enjoying
I
it.
assume.
Well, but he sees that he's not really. He likes this girl, and he's not
Yeah.
really getting to spend the time with her. So what do you do when you're feeling a little unsure? I think you take a bubble bath and you do your laundry while you do in the bubble bath. That's exactly how I do laundry.
I feel like I should start doing this. When he's drying clothes and it's a line attached to his knife, which he just stuck in the wall and the TV.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so smart, right?
So smart. So great. He's just taking a bubble bath. And there's something about this where I am like, oh yeah, this guy, he probably just does take baths. Like, I can't imagine Crocodile Dundee out there taking a shower. He's constantly in a pool of water.
Yeah,
like that
baths
is
are
where he
it's
does
at.
his bathing.
Soaking is what it's about. Yeah.
Exactly. That's where he's most comfortable. Also, bathing in your hat, maybe put some
Well,
shampoo in that hair.
You love your hat. You love that hat, so you're going to wear it even in the tubby.
That's a good point. That's a
Well,
good point.
until maybe housekeeping comes by to deliver some towels.
It's the sexiest housekeeping I've ever
Well,
seen.
and then she's again our Sue. Did we decide her name was
Her
Sue?
name is Sue. Yes.
She does a weird, even okay. So when they were in Australia, they got a little hot and heavy, kissing here and there. And I get it, they were one-on-one, and you can't. But she never mentions the boyfriend there. She
No.
doesn't even really mention him till they're all going out to dinner together, right? I don't even know if
I don't even think she ever says this is my boyfriend
until they're eating face at the
Yes.
dinner table.
And then he's just sitting there as an Australian going, wait a second.
Yeah, something might be going on between these two. So his towels get delivered.
I see their tonguery dues going at it together.
Like an outsies. She is in his room somehow, not housekeeping, Sue, and she delivers the towels by showing off some sexy leg, over flirting. Again, if I'm meeting up with you for whatever, I'm not showing my bare leg to get to say, hey, DP, let's go. No, that's not what we're doing.
No. If you're just there to hang out with your guy pal or your gal pal, you're not playing this hilarious joke where you're almost naked up to your crotch, shoving it through the door.
Yes.
When you know they're on the other side,
taking a tubby,
nude balls with just a hat over their crotch.
Nude balls.
Yes,
that's how he was. But she's there because they have more of the city to see. They are going to eat hot dogs together.
Like, I can't. There's something like this was about the point in the movie where I was like, I don't know, couldn't we spend more time in Australia? Because
I know,
like,
can't we
why do I
go
have
back?
to see them wandering the streets more and just like looking in like they're window shopping? They're just like pointing. Like,
they go to the top of what building? They go to the top of and they look down and they see
and
the view
just
of New
the
York.
top of their hotel. I don't know where they are, but yeah.
And then they almost get mugged, but he's got a bigger knife than the mugger.
Well, no, that's later on. This is
later.
when a woman does get her purse
Oh,
snatched,
that's right. That's what it is.
Grabs a can of beans or whatever and totally chucks it at this dude.
At her head. Gets right. Yeah. And everybody in the street sees that he's a hero. So, I mean,
applaud.
You can't not. Right?
Again, New York is the best place.
They love him and they notice
They love
everything.
everybody.
Yeah. Well, they love especially the Australians. Now they go to the fun party.
Mystery party?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a party this mysterious since Eyes Wide Shut. I have no idea what's happening. Don't know why they're there. They're not really like... They interact with a woman who sounds like Darth Vader. They talk to her for a second. The one that whose crotch he grabs.
That he grabs her crotch too, yeah. Because
she's like,
check.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. Hello, Sue. I didn't know you were coming to this party. I was like, what is happening in this movie? I thought it was like Bruce Vilanch in a wig. And immediately Crocodile Dundee's like, oh, I've seen this before. I saw this in a bar.
Oh, yeah.
He just grabs this woman's crotch and walks away.
And she doesn't really correct it. Sue's just like, well, he's from Australia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do have to say, the other one was pretty bad because a woman was heckled and laughed out of a bar, or a woman, you know what I mean. This poor woman, or not poor woman, because I think she handles it great when she's like, I should probably take a trip down under, huh? She loved it. It was great.
Yeah, everybody got a kick out of it. Well, it's a party, and everyone's just, they're drinking and they're enjoying
the party appears to be half prostitutes.
Yeah, there is. Well, I do like he sees the one prostitute that he met earlier, and he's like, well, isn't she a nice girl? He's out with her dad.
Yes. Yeah. I love it. There are things that happen in here that make zero sense. We watch him roll his own cigarette, and then some woman walks up, takes it, and is like, oof, that's some good shit, dude. And I'm like, what? I don't think he's smoking a joint.
But I think she thought that? Well, I think it was supposed to be implied that because it's a drug party, right? I think that's what he's getting. That's what he's realizing. Like, oh, this is this is the drinking and the drugs. Because then he goes into the kitchen area where some dude's doing coke, and he's like, "Are you all right there? What your nose? Well, let me show you what we do. And he basically shows him how to do like a steam on his face.
Yeah,
like
a
here,
neti pot.
dumps all the cocaine into a bowl of like hot water and dumps hot water on it and then puts a towel over his head. Now take a couple of deep breaths and then you'll feel better.
And
I wondered,
I
was like, I wonder if that's a more holistic way to get high off of cocaine is just smell the steam from it. Steam the cocaine.
Yeah, maybe
get on that way.
Maybe because this guy's reaction isn't like, "What are you doing?" This
she tells him
it. This guy's totally fine with it.
Well, he's already done a couple lines before he gets there, so maybe that's why. But she notices,
like this poor guy's just doing cocaine
by himself.
It seems to be a raging party, and he's just alone in the kitchen doing cocaine.
Sue points out to him, is like, you just there was like hundreds of dollars of cocaine that you just fucked up. He's like, what is cocaine? And she says, it's again, he doesn't know. It's like a drug.
You gotta explain everything to this guy like he is a child or an alien or something.
Yeah, which is, again, part of the charm.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love it. This then cuts to him. He very quickly calls home. He calls Australia.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just to talk to Wally and Donk, the guy with the beer.
I
did find this funny. He just goes, "Hey, Mick, get stuffed," and then just laughs. I'm like, all right, that's kind of funny. And then this poor Wally guy, immediately I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen to him? Because Crocodile Dundee is his meal ticket. He is cashing in on this story and all this, and he's just
Mick's not mad about it.
Yeah, Mick's just staying there for a little while. He told me I should handle things while he's gone.
I think he even says to him, because he knows, he's like, it wouldn't happen to be that reporter lady that you're into. And he's like, well, I mean, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. Because stuff's going good. Right.
This is when we get the attempted mugging and the iconic line.
Which is?
A line, it is shocking. And I understand this is a Academy Award nominated script. A line that we're still saying now. Like, people will say this line still. And I'm just like, wow, it's shocking that it's from this movie. Like, that's not a knife. This is a knife. I know I didn't say it right. Sorry, you should say it the right way. Because...
I'm not going to say it.
You're not going to... They do appear to be on the steps of some... I don't know. It appears to be like a government building. They're in, all the light in New York is on them. This is, I know it's nighttime, but it feels like broad daylight, where a guy in a Thriller jacket comes out of nowhere and decides to mug them with a switchblade.
Yeah.
And of course, she's like, oh no.
He's got a knife.
Oh, Mick, he's got a knife. Mm-hmm. And Mick goes, that's not a knife. This is a knife. And he slices this dude's jacket up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they run away and he's like, it's just kids having a laugh. All right. Fantastic. You didn't punch him out. That guy.
And Crocodile Dundee too, is he a dad? Is he raising kids with that personality?
You know he's got kids somewhere. I mean, he doesn't see them. He doesn't see them. No. But you know he's knocked up many a Sheila.
He's dig-a-dooed a few. All right.
A diggity-dooed a few. I got a lot of little chitlins running around or whatever we call them. That's probably not what they call them in Australia.
I don't think chitlins.
Little kids call.
Maybe little baby dingoes running around there.
Little dingo dudes running around. Got a lot of mommies looking for me. They'll never catch me. That's another thing about this movie that I found hilarious is I've watched so many horror movies where a woman just goes with a strange man in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, well, that's terrible. You shouldn't do that. But when you know it's a comedy, you don't think that way. Like when she's like, all right, Wally, I'm just going to go with this guy. I'm like, this could be dangerous.
No, but not in this case. This is going to be romance and a little bit of fun.
Exactly.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So we go from, there's lots of different parties to happen. There's Coke parties that are random and, just like you said, whose party is this? What is the point of this? Oh, we forgot to well, we did, but we didn't mention the dress that she wears at this Coke party, where it's got this big.
Oh, the slut dress.
The slut dress. It's got big holes in the side, and she's dancing, and he's just more and more attracted to her.
Yeah.
And I think he's downing martinis at this party, and she's like,
he's
oh,
going
boy.
nuts. He's got a taste for him now. He went to one dinner, had two, chased it with a beer, and he's like, these martinis are great.
I love a good martini. I just can't get enough of them. Next party, though, is at her dad's house, who, as we said, it's this real, the dad is newspaper, and
reveal, it's
disappointing.
Reveal.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
Because she's like at Newsweek with her boyfriend, and he's like, you're spending this money. I can't believe it. The door opens. This tiny bald man walks in who does not appear to be her father. No. And he's like,
that's my girl.
Spending my money. And she's like, Daddy. And I'm like, this is not this character I have been
that we've been watching. I agree.
It's awful. Yes.
Yeah. And then we find out that, we see she's just lives in this big mansion.
Yeah.
She comes from this incredibly wealthy family. I think though when he says, well, you got a lot of money or something about, it's like, well, yeah. I forget. He makes some kind of comment about the house being big and fancy.
You loaded-a-roo.
Yeah, loaded-a-roo.
This is what would happen if Daphne Zuniga did not have a murderous twin sister. She would have probably ended up owning a paper or something and like flying in some Australian man to piss off her current boyfriend. Go check out our episode on The Invitation, which is an amazing movie.
This is when we see his animal skills. Again, he does all these little things that every time her heart pitter-patters. Yes. But they pull up in their limo to the big mansion, the big party at her dad's house. And she goes, oh, no, the dogs are out. And these big Rottweilers come barking and going for attack mode. And Mick does his, like, one-handed rub the nose.
I'm going to do some, like, bull horns.
It's like the Malukia, like the Italian, yeah.
I mean, you notice one thing, I notice another one, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like puts these dogs under a spell, and then he's able to enter the party. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then,
and I do have to say, like, this is the point in the movie where I was a little bit confused, not confused, but this didn't feel like any other interaction in this movie, because up till this point, he was in New York. He was a fish out of water. He was a little bit aloof. He was still very charming. Everyone loved him, but it was a cute charming where he was always making mistakes. These old blue bloods love this guy. And immediately, he doesn't do anything stupid. He doesn't say anything dumb. He doesn't dump coke all over the place. Like, they are just enchanted by this Australian man.
Yeah.
He's not wearing his hat. I think his insane, magical, wild man tendencies are all wrapped up in that hat because he doesn't have it on and he's totally normal.
Well, they've been reading their articles. They've been reading all the stories about him.
They're catching up on his prostitute adventures.
Right. And as much as he's not really the guest of honor, because there's something else that's taken place at this at this party. She's getting proposed to.
A public proposal, young man. I am sorry. This is a no thank you. Yeah. Not in public, not around family.
Well, I think that was part of it, was the dad wanted it. It's like not necessarily an arranged marriage, but he was definitely glad to see it going down this way.
Oof.
There's a proposal, and Mick, I'm going to sneeze.
Oh, bless you.
Sneezing on the truth. Mm-hmm.
She doesn't even say yes.
No.
He doesn't even give her the opportunity to respond.
No, just puts that ring right on her finger.
Puts it right on her finger and then kisses her. And everybody else is like, woo, yay, good for you guys. And she's just sitting there kind of stunned.
Yeah.
But this is enough for Croc.
Yeah.
He's had enough.
This is when he asked now the limo driver for something to drink when he goes back to the car. And there's a bottle that
This is wild.
he keeps, right?
This is wild because Crocodile Dundee's like, well, let's go home and if we could sling by a liquor store, that'd be peachy keen. And Reginald Val Johnson takes a bottle from the front seat that appears to be 2/3 empty. And it's like, here you go, Mick.
For medicinal purposes.
Like, you've been drinking all day,
This
Mr.
is what
Winslow.
you gotta do. This is what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Crocodile Dundee at one point is like, all right, pull the cab over. I'll walk from here.
He gets dropped off in Times Square, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walks around, gives the homeless guy the booze.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just runs into that pimp again and punches this guy out
Yeah.
for the second time.
Well, no, but now the other pimps come to kind of...
It's like a gang of pimps.
Yeah, coming after him. But don't worry. He's got friends.
Wow.
His friend, the limo driver, comes back for him and runs these pimps right off the land.
He runs
Saving
one
the
dude
day.
over. The most puzzling part of this movie. And I hope in this new restored cut where there's no homophobia or transphobia or whatever, I hope there's a scene where earlier in this movie, I'm sorry, watching you.
I don't know why I did that. I didn't do anything. I saw it. And I was like, am I supposed to react? Does my Zoom want me to react in a certain way? I saw it was like,
Zoom seemed to think that in talking about Crocodile Dundee that I had something so important to say, it pushed it on your face for a reaction.
I saw it do that.
Oh my
man.
God.
I don't know why it's doing that, but I love it. I love it.
Anyway, the thing I need is a scene early on in this movie where Crocodile Dundee talks to and perhaps teaches Reginald Val Johnson how to use a boomerang.
Oh, fun.
Because why does this suddenly come out of nowhere? He rips the spoiler off of the back.
Oh, right.
And it's Crocodile Dundee is not doing this. It's the limo driver. It's Carl Winslow rips a boomerang-shaped spoiler off the back of the limo and throws it.
There you go.
At a pimp who's running away and hits him. This comes out of nowhere and makes zero sense in this movie.
But you gotta love it.
Academy Award nominated script.
That's right.
Also, the other thing that's missing is one quick scene here, because I almost feel like, and I don't know who else would do it, but I guess it would be Reginald Val Johnson. They have to sit down and talk. And Reginald Val Johnson has to be like, Mick, you gotta fight for the woman you love or something.
Oh, yeah. Somebody has to inspire him. Yeah.
Yeah, how is there not that scene in this movie? Because then it's suddenly the next day.
And he's leaving.
He's going on a walkabout.
Yeah. A walkabout. That's what he tells the hotel guy. But that's what you do back home. That's what he would do if he was. He does tell her.
If you're down in the dumps, yeah.
When they're in Australia and she's getting some background on him. She asked if he was ever married, and he was like, "Well, yeah," but then she didn't stick around. He went on a walkabout on his wife for 18 months and just didn't return. And then when he got back, she wasn't married to him anymore. She had moved on, and so it's just kind of what he does when he needs to take some time to sort things out, to suss things out in his head.
I assumed he murdered this woman, but that's fine. You know,
I don't think so.
I don't think he could, but it seems pretty easy to dispose of a body if crocodiles are that eager to eat people.
In that area, I suppose. But so anyway, but he doesn't get the pep talk, and so he's just going to do his walkabout and probably go back home now.
Yeah.
Because this lady is engaged, and it's it's kind of puts a big damper on this trip. But
Yes.
she realizes she cannot stop thinking about Mick. She's
How
head over
could you?
heels. She's fallen
This
in
is
love.
when we needed things that I hate in movies, but I think I would have loved it in this if she is thinking back on all the times.
Yes,
Like him just
all
like shooting
and
at
in
guys
slow-mo.
as a kangaroo.
Yes, yes.
Saving her life by stabbing a crocodile in the head, stabbing that fish. All the times he stabbed and punched things in this movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
just that montage
just
in
having
her
a
head.
right. She calls the hotel to find out if he's there. And again, even at the hotel, they're like, we think he left. We're really going to miss him around here. Like they all
It's
have
great.
been charmed by
Yes.
his.
Again,
Yeah.
that's how the hotel staff would have reacted when Kevin McAllister finally goes home. That's how they would have talked about him.
True. She still goes down to try to
Yep.
catch him. And that's when they tell her, no, he's gone that way toward the subway for his walkabout.
Can we just say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
You're saying they tell her about the walkabout. Suddenly, a doorman who we have not seen in this movie and has had no lines becomes a character at the end of the movie.
And he knows.
Mick is talking to him. Sue comes up and he's like, well, you know what he did? He went here. I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
This is doorman scenes deleted earlier in this movie. Like, it's really crazy.
It's all the inner workings of all all the
And
charming he's been doing.
this wonderful Australian charmer who could not figure out an escalator decides to take the New York subway system. His head is going to explode down there.
It's such a busy station that he goes to.
I've never seen.
It's packed.
It's not like I'm to New York all the time. I've never seen a station this busy.
It's very
ever.
packed. It's very
Yes.
packed. And he is waiting for the train. She gets down there. He doesn't hear her. There's too many people. She gets down there and she just starts screaming for him, Mick.
And she even does something like Australian hootin' and hollering.
Oh, yeah,
too.
she does. She does. And then there's this funny kind of telephone game that they play where she's relaying a message through. It's two different dudes that finally get to then finally Mick.
Yes.
About how, I don't want you to leave. And he relays a message back. They go back and forth.
Yes.
Why? What have I got to say for? Well, I love you and I'm not going to marry him. Well, you love me, eh? And then he kind of crowd surfs his way to her.
It's wild. It's wild that this group is not like pushing him onto the tracks.
Yeah.
Or something.
No.
He's stepping on people's heads.
Yeah.
Swinging from the rafters to get to her. The way this movie ends, first of all, I always appreciate, we see it all the time in 80s movies, and something I miss so much, like a movie just ending. A movie just like freeze frame end. I love it. I'll take it 9 times out of 10 in movies. The way this ends with the two of them kissing, and then he like cool handshakes a black guy, and that's what we freeze frame on. I was like, what?
Well, because they're all so happy. Again, they played this game of telephone to get the message to her. And when they realize that these two are going to be together, the whole crowd and the messengers especially are very happy for the both of them.
Yeah.
And
you see this in many a rom-com. And in this movie, it's very strange. Like, it's just... But again, everyone's instantly charmed by him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the freeze frame on him shaking hands with a man is just...
You're like, this is our end. And,
can't we freeze frame on these two just making out?
I thought we were going to have a moment where they're back, or there's a wedding in Australia or something like that I
think I would have been okay with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought that's where we were going next, because I too was like, oh, okay, now we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even if it ended just with her dad in Australia watching the wedding, smiling, being like, son of a bitch. I'd be like, okay, fine.
Or a newspaper article where they get married.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the newspaper comes down and it's the prostitute reading it.
Right.
Great.
There we have it. Yep. Like, oh, look, he ended up with someone nice.
Well, that is Crocodile Dundee. We finally did it, Jamie. 11 years in, we decided to finally take on this movie.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
I mean, I agree how charming he is and how his
Mm-hmm.
innocence was kind of, and that the Australia was pretty, but there was a lot of just, I can't believe it was Academy Award nominated.
I've never
I
heard anything more insane in my life.
I
I've lived
did,
this long, and this is the
and
craziest
it's
thing I've
the
ever heard.
craziest thing,
We
right?
we have, for the second time, the president we have, and this might be the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I know, right? Not crazy. No, it's like I said earlier, I felt like it was really, what's the actor's name that was Crocodile Dundee?
Paul Hogan?
Paul Hogan. I think it was Paul Hogan was like, I got an idea. These American ladies will go gaga for me, and this is how we'll do it, Because what's going on? What is this idea? Let's get it on. I mean, yeah, I didn't hate it,
Yeah.
but I didn't love it. I wasn't like, oh, I see why Crocodile Dundee was a thing. I was like, Crocodile Dundee's a little goofy.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, but there was just, what about you?
I think we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Like I said, and I kept saying, I did find him very charming.
We're lucky he was so charming.
Oh,
We're lucky
yeah.
he didn't do like who's that one that we don't like at all? The karate guy that we don't like.
Chuck Norris?
Yes. Because it could have been
There
like
would
a
be
Chuck
something
Norris.
funny if they're like, Chuck, you can do an Australian accent, right? He's like,
no.
yeah, I'll figure it out.
But Chuck was also, it's just this different kind of vibe
no,
that the
yes. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I feel the same way. Like, he was charming. There were times watching this, there were things that I maybe chuckled at or smiled at, but overall, I'm not going to recommend this. Like, I maybe saw this movie twice when I was younger.
I never saw it.
Oh,
before.
really? Okay, yeah, I'm never watching this again. Like, it wasn't the worst thing, but it felt really long. Like, it just, it felt like we spent, I think we spent like the first half hour, 40 minutes maybe in Australia. And then it's like at least an hour in New York.
Yeah.
And I would kind of like those to feel more balanced. Like, give me 40 and 40. I'll take an 80-minute Crocodile Dundee
Yes,
movie.
exactly.
Thank you.
And then
Yes.
that'll be a much more satisfying.
But this was just like an hour 40, hour 45.
And I appreciate.
No, thank you.
I didn't necessarily. I appreciate that they did a love story about it, but it didn't. Yeah, it just didn't. Yeah.
Can I just put something together real quick today before we jumped on? I have a few other movies we watched in 1986, and I know that we can't go, line for line, but if you could just very quickly tell me if you found these scripts better or worse than Crocodile
From what I
Dundee,
remember.
that would be great. Okay, what about Top Gun?
Oh, better.
Okay, Labyrinth?
Oh, much better.
Okay, Night of the Creeps?
I don't remember. Sorry.
Thrill Me. Zombie. Zombie.
I'm out on the
Frats.
same.
Okay.
Same.
All right.
Yeah.
Blue Velvet.
Oh, better.
Mosquito Coast.
Oh, much better.
All right. Let's do two comedies. Okay. Because, all right, those weren't comedies. You ready?
And I'm just saying better or worse?
Yeah. Just better or worse. All right. We got two comedies. Ready? The Money Pit.
Oh, better.
Three Amigos.
Oh, better.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I was like, well, there must have just been a bunch of duds. And these are just movies we covered. Like, this is not covering the many other films made in 1986.
So was Paul Hogan just charming the pants off of the Academy as
well? I have no idea.
Something about, again, maybe it was because, the 80s wasn't that long ago, but was it that, because you know how, now, I sound like an old lady here,
yeah.
But, nowadays, we are so entrenched with information and we know about people that live in all kinds of continents and parts. Was it that, we didn't know what people were like in Australia, so then we got one and we were like, oh, this is amazing.
I
don't
there
understand.
may be something maybe that's correct. The other thing is this movie, this is the, I don't want to say rare occasion because it does happen. This movie was made for $6 million and it made 200 some million. This probably was just something where Academy voters were like, I don't know, it must be good. I'm not watching it, but you know what? Let's just say the script must have been good.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a wild hit at the time. Okay. So, yeah.
All right.
and I don't quite understand what people
Again,
saw, but
it was the charm of Paul. That's what
it must have been.
Yeah.
Couldn't get enough of him with Crocodile Dundee 2.
What else did he do?
Maybe there was a Crocodile Dundee 3.
What else? That's
I
all
don't
he
think he
needed.
did much else.
So
Almost an Angel? Was that something he made? All right. Anyway.
My recommendation.
Oh, yeah, please. Yes.
Comes straight from Prime's recommendation for what I should watch next. I haven't seen it, but Steve Irwin is like the legit, but sweeter Crocodile Dundee, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That was my what's up next. Like, you know how the Prime is like, here's what we're gonna show you next. I was like, yeah. I mean, I know who Steve Irwin is, but I never really watched any of his stuff. And after this, I was like, I think I want to spend some.
Is it just like a documentary about him and his life and everything?
Yes.
Okay. Huh.
I'm in.
That's weird.
I haven't seen it though.
Because right after this, Prime started to show me the new Happy Gilmore movie.
Oh.
I was like, no, thank you. I don't know what the tie-in is here, but
I don't know
I
why.
have no interest in this.
Oh, it was funny. I saw it. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Anyway.
My recommendation is going to be. Oh, first of all, can I just say when you said when you started to say your recommendation, and I think it's just because we've been talking about Carl Winslow. You said Steve and I was like, is she going to recommend Steve Urkel just as a presence, as a 90s icon? My recommendation is from 1971. It's an Australian movie called Walkabout. I thought it was very appropriate.
Perfect. Titular.
Directed by Nicholas Roeg. It is a movie about a white boy and girl who are terrifyingly abandoned by their father in the Australian outback. It's a very horrific and scary opening scene.
Right.
And they are near death, and an Aboriginal boy, the man in this movie, the Aboriginal man that he meets and talks to.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. As a kid is in this movie.
Oh, interesting.
He saves their life, and he eventually leads them to safety. They have some bonding. It is a very sad movie, but it is very beautiful, and it's Australian, so Walkabout is absolutely fantastic. People should watch that instead of Crocodile Dundee.
Maybe, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Jamie. First of all, I could throw out some Australian movies if you want, and we could decide what we want to do.
Because it's our December Down Under, don't you know?
It is. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do a Cry in the Dark?
I mean,
you want to do it?
I think it's going to be pretty heavy. But...
I feel like we kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like we have referenced it so many times on this podcast. I've never seen it.
No, I have.
Well, you have?
As a child, which I think I was probably scarred.
Gather around the TV, children. Wait, you've seen this?
Yes.
God, as a child?
Listen.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this so much now.
Okay.
I am totally up for watching this.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
It might be a heavy episode, but I doubt it. I think we're going to have way too much fun.
I think we'll find the light in it if we can remember to record
poor
it.
Woman and her, yeah.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
Maybe the dingo ate our recording. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube and suddenly we change outfits halfway through the recording.
I might put this same cozy sweatshirt back on, so don't worry about that.
I can put this on. It's a t-shirt, whatever. Yeah,
right.
It'll be awesome.
Continuity. We need it. Right.
Wow. Well, everybody, thank you for listening.
Yes.
Thank you for watching, whatever you're doing.
However you're seeing
however you're consuming this, we really appreciate you. Remember to leave a rating and review wherever you get the show. Reach out. I always love to hear from people. And the last thing I will say is if you know of an Australian Christmas special or something like that, let me know. I've not heard anything from anyone, and even a legit Australian could not come up with anything. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to step outside of Australia to do our Christmas episode for this.
All right.
So
we'll do our best. Down under, they don't necessarily put the movies together there about Santa Claus.
A Santa-ry-do.
Oh my God, what's your dues?
All right,
All
everybody.
right.
Thank you for listening. We will talk to you again in 2 weeks. Until then, everyone, have a great 2 weeks.
Ta ta.